guys, it's Tori and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing my March TBR. I low-key failed at my February TBR, so we're gonna try this again. We're gonna see if I can do better this month and stick to my TBR a little bit better. At the beginning of this month, the beginning of February, I was reading for a specific video and I feel like that kind of put me a little behind, and I'm currently in a slight reading slump. So I'm a little bit struggling right now to like read and find things that I'm enjoying. So hopefully these books kind of keep me on track. A lot of them are also books that I wanted to read for 2024 and or are books that are part of series that I'm trying to get through. So yeah, with all that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my face. Check out all my socials down below, including my Goodreads and my Amazon book wish list. And let's get into my March TBR. Okay, we're gonna start off with my only standalone that I have that is going to be turned into a trilogy, but currently it's the only book out, and that is Butcher and Blackbird by Brynn Weaver. This has been on my radar for a while. I just added this to my bookshelves probably about like a month or so ago, so I'm really excited to get into this. I loved the Mindfuck series, which is about a serial killer who dates an FBI agent, but this one is two serial killers who, you know, get together, do the dang thing. So I'm really excited. I don't really do dark romance hardly ever, but since I love the Mindfuck series, I figured I would love this and that we should give it a go. So Butcher and Blackbird is going to be our very first one on the TBR. I've heard amazing things about it. Ellen, my little bestie, she thoroughly enjoyed this book, so I'm really looking forward to it. So the very first one on our March TBR is Butcher and Blackbird. Okay, everything else on my TBR is all part of series that I'm currently in the middle of and or towards the end of. So I feel like it's a little ambitious because most of these books are very thick, but I figured we would stick to a smaller TBR with bigger books than like adding a bunch of books. So this is a little ambitious. Two of these books are repeats from February, so I guess we can start there because I kind of failed February a little bit. I had a plan, I was sticking to it, I was doing really good, and then I got in a reading slump, which I'm currently still in. It's not been like a long one, it's only been a couple of days, but even a few days can really set you back on your TBR. So anyways, the next two on my TBR are Tower of Dawn and Empire of Storms. So a main setback for me was I ordered these Etsy bookmarks. Let me grab them for you actually. I ordered these bookmarks that go for each book and they tell you like which chapters you read when. So like you start with Empire Storms chapters 1 through 5, and then you go to Tower of Dawn chapter 1, and then you go back to Empire Storms, and it just goes back and forth. That's what a tandem read is if you've never heard of it. So it took like 3 weeks for these to come in, and I was really excited to get back into the Throne of Glass series, but by the time these finally came in, I was kind of in the middle of another book, and then I got into my slump. So I didn't end up making it through these two books for February, which I am pretty disappointed in because I was really looking forward to continuing the Throne of Glass series, which if you've never heard of Throne of Glass, it's an 8-book series by Sarah J. Maas, and you've probably heard of it, and if you haven't, you've definitely heard of the ACOTAR series, which is one of her other very well-known series. But my goal was to obviously get to the tandem read in February. I clearly did not do that, so we are carrying that on into March. I'm so very excited to read these books. I have missed these characters literally so much. Literally my shirt is Taylor Swift and Throne of Glass together, so those are like my two favorite things in the entire world put into one. So we have Empire Storms and Tower of Dawn, and we're going to be extra ambitious and also put Kingdom of Ash on our TBR for the month. This is a 980 page book. This is the final book of the Throne of Glass series. Like I said, I have missed these characters so much, and also don't you worry, I do plan on doing a full reading vlog for this book specifically. If you want a reading vlog for the tandem read and this, let me know, but my plan was just to do a Kingdom of Ash reading vlog, but like I said, let me know what you're looking for. But I just love these characters so much. I've heard that this book literally absolutely destroys you from the inside out, and I'm thoroughly looking forward to being heartbroken and just seeing the final for these characters that I have just honestly grown such an attachment to. I'm gonna be very sad once it's finally over, but I'm so excited to just jump back into the series. Also, I'm absolutely obsessed with this cover. I think it's stunning and I just love it so much. Next, we have one that I'm actually absolutely terrified to read. Actually, the next two were just emotional turmoil. Basically, all of March, I'm just trying to emotionally destroy myself. But we have Daisy Hates the Great Undoing by Jessa Hastings. This is the 4th book in the Magnolia Parks Daisy Hates series. I read the first 3 all within the last few weeks and I just loved every second. I am obsessed with those characters. I actually have a tattoo in mind to represent the Magnolia Park series and I'm so excited. But this is about Daisy, Christian, and Julian, and if you don't know, the Magnolia Park series is about toxic relationships, so if that's not your cup of tea, you will not enjoy this series. But I read the first Magnolia Parks over a year ago, didn't enjoy it, gave it a reread this year, and I fell in love. So to each their own, do with that information what you will, but I'm so excited. I love this cover so much, and the final Magnolia Parks and BJ book just came out like a week ago, so I want to get into this one so I can continue the series and get to Magnolia Parks Into the Dark. So I'm very excited, also very terrified to get into this. Our very last book for March is going to be a painful one. She's also extremely thick and it is prepping me for a new release that comes out in April, and that is Redeeming 6 by Chloe Walsh. This is the 4th book in the Boys of Tommen series. I love this series with my whole entire being. I literally love these characters so much. If you don't know, this is very emotional, very heartbreaking. Please read trigger warnings before you go into the Boys of Tommen series. But this is the 4th book, so I can't really say too much because I don't want to like spoil anything. But I am so excited to get back to Joey and Aoife's love story. I'm excited to see their point of views based on what I know from Keeping 13. So I'm really intrigued to see how this goes. I'm also so beyond excited for Taming 7, which comes out in April, which is the 5th book in the series. I cannot freaking wait, but I have this planned for the end of the month because I want to read it on my Kindle, but they are redoing these covers currently with Bloomsbury, and so this one isn't currently out yet, so you can't buy it on Kindle right now. So I'm waiting for that, but I definitely plan on getting to the series very soon, or finishing it very soon. So I'm ready for Taming 7 and I can just dive right into Claire and Gibbsy's books. Alright, let's do a little recap of my March TBR. First, we have Butcher and Blackbird, Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas, Tower of Dawn, also by Sarah J. Maas, Kingdom of Ash, also by Sarah J. Maas, Daisy Hates the Great Undoing by Jessa Hastings, and lastly, Redeeming 6 by Chloe Walsh. So we have a very series-filled month. These are all literally, other than Butcher and Blackbird, series that I literally love with my whole entire being. If you take anything from me recommendation wise ever, it's to read Magnolia Parks, Boys of Tommen, and also Throne of Glass. Like, I am putting myself in emotional turmoil by putting these books on my TBR for the month, but at the same time I absolutely cannot wait. So this is our March TBR. Alright, with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed our quick little March TBR. I am very excited to jump into all of these books. I'm sure they will pull me out of a reading slump and or put me into a very deep, dark one because, like I said, I love the characters and the stories literally so much. So it's definitely going to be a very emotional and rough month for me reading-wise, but I'm nonetheless so very excited. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my face. Check out all my socials down below, including my Goodreads and my Amazon book wish list. I love you all to the moon and Saturn, and I will see you in our next video. Bye, besties!